We got another video for you guys today. This will probably be on a Saturday for you. I know it's got college football, but this should help you guys out tremendously, especially for my no money spend people or even people who are spending money. They made a big change to Madden 25 with theme teams. We talk about how to start a theme team and the best way to start a theme team. Cause a little bit different this year. So shout out to you guys who came to the stream. I love you guys. We're going straight into this episode, y'all. All right, so for this might be a no money spent episode. I don't know, but they changed a lot when it comes to building a theme team. Now, I built myself a hybrid theme team, Jets, Patriots. Shout out to everybody in VSoft that helped me, gave me the inspiration at the beginning of Madden 25 of what potential cards you could make. Obviously, I made some new additions to the squad that also helps out as well. So, let's talk about the changes they made this year for theme teams. In previous years, these used to be 25-25, which is if you get 25 players of a certain team, you can get +1 speed, +1 jumping, +1 excel, +1 strength, +1 agility. I might have duplicated one of those, but you do get +1 to certain key stats for each player. If you get to 50, it's going to be +2 for everything. So keep that in mind. This year, it's a little bit different. They went to 20 instead of 25, and you can't go beyond 20. So a lot of people will be doing 20-20. Once we start getting ×2 camps, everybody 20-20-20. We will start seeing triplet theme teams eventually in the system. So I built myself a Patriots and a Jets theme team. Now we got that out of the way. I believe this year the only thing this is the first time I think they've done it. From what I've seen so far, it's been changed of direction. It's been added to boost your theme team. So now you're saying, Bree, well, the next question I ask, is it even worth doing a theme team now if they reduced it? Yes and no, because I think now if you're going to build a theme team, it's because you want to, because it's your favorite team, or you want a competitive advantage, or if certain teams will be getting more players, then why not? Some cards do happen to get all 32 chems as well, so that also helps out with your theme team. But is it essentially worth it? I think this year, if you're just strictly going for God Squad purposes, you probably will be okay because it's just +1 speed. Now if it's +2, then that's a little bit different. And plus we're in September, it's gonna be a little bit different. So now we're focusing on how do we start a theme team and what is your recommendations, Bree? Now, as far as recommendations, one, always I would tell you guys, ask me in Discord and during streams, always build your theme teams around the player that you currently have, especially if they're B&D. If they're B&D, build around that, especially if you're no money spent. Now, if you guys have spent a boatload of money, even budget money spent, you have a little more wiggle room, a little bit more flexibility than some of us. So for me, I went with Jets and Patriots. The reason why I went with Patriots at first, because I was originally 2020 Patriots, because we got Jabril Peppers. That helped out tremendously. Then I went with the Jets because we got a free Garrett Wilson. And then Jets was starting a lot of players as well in the process, even before Garrett Wilson came out. So I was already thinking about going Jets anyway. It just, I wanted to go 2020. Now, what is the best way to build it? Because essentially, it's the beginning of the year. Most of these cards are really ass. Some of these cards are still very expensive. So it's kind of hard to build, especially with the base elites. I would be very weary about building theme teams. I kind of waited also because with team builders or team diamonds, a lot of golds or regular elites will shoot up in price. So if you're going to build a theme team, do it before we get any type of news regarding any type of team builders or team diamonds. Keep that in mind because cards will shoot up. But you can also make coins in the process if you want to. My main key advice, and if you want to go for 2020, always go with the offensive lineman. The backups is going to automatically give you 5. Now, you got the game during season 1. You got Hines Ward, Christian McCaffrey, Mike Allstott. You also got Ray Lewis, and you got Max Crosby. That is automatically 5 free cards right there. It's going to give you a theme team boost automatically. Team captains, you have to get them to 83 to even get the Kim boost, which is ass, but at least that's a +1 as well to help out with your team. The next one is going to be, I don't know if I'm echoing. I feel like I hear like an echo for some reason. I apologize for that. Rookie premieres. If you happen to get rookie premieres like myself, I got 3. Jaden Daniels, the corner, Arnold, and we got JC Latham. That's 3 right there. So bare minimum, I'm already above the 50% mark automatically, y'all. So keep that in mind. And then I think mainly for sure is going to be the backups. I think the O-line and D-line. But it's also could be good and bad. It's bad because they're going to get on a kickoff. So if you have bad backups and they get their ass on that kickoff, they won't shed if they're trash at the back. So just keep that in mind. And some pros and cons to having the backups, but for sure, or just keep the ball out of bounds. That's one of your options as well. But for sure, offensive lineman. You guys see I have Tyron Smith. I'm going to eventually put him at right tackle. I can easily get a left tackle and a left guard to help boost the theme team. because that's going to help out. But I just need him for that spot because that was one of my weakest points on my line was the left tackle. So you also can kind of cheat as well. So just keep that in mind. Fullback is kind of expensive because there's not that many fullbacks in the game. But if you have to get Mike Allstott or even I think Mike Tolbert, that's his name, they also get R32 Kims as well if you're going to look to do that. So if you're going to also be building a theme team, make sure it's always your skill positions. Yeah, you want your quarterback to have more speed, but the main thing I look for is my receivers, my running back, my tight end, my corners, my safeties, and my users. Those are my main thing. Yeah, you want to have it for pass rushers, but for me, I want to be able to have my skill positions because that's going to help out a lot. Speed is the main name of the game right now for Madden 25 since so early on in the year, and the abilities are not going crazy, which they will be in the future. So just keep that in mind, guys. Make sure you guys backups are going to be good. I am no money spent this year. I know previous years I spent money, and I have a relatively decent team. It's an okay team. It's not the best in the game. It's relatively decent. But let's go over some of the boosts if you guys are going to be going for that with theme teams. So as you guys can see, tier 1, which is 5, you get +1 excel. Tier 10 gets you tier 2 requires 10 players, gets you +1 strength. Tier 3 gets you +1 cod, and tier 4 gets you +1 speed. So they kind of took away the agility aspects of it. And jumping usually is kind of helps out tremendously too as well. So if anything, maybe they could have just took out maybe the strength and gave us agility, but sometimes you're gonna need strength for those players down there. So also keep in mind as well, in previous years, we used to get our coaches and playbooks. I know, well, not playbooks, mainly coaches and stadiums and uniforms. Those usually help out. During the Super Bowl promo last year, that helped out. So, but this year is not. Always come here to also your strategies as well. I also have a +2 for Patriots. We only have right now, we have uncommon at the moment. Or go with common, but uncommon gives you ×2. Eventually, we'll be getting rare, legendary, and then the purple one. So, but for sure, that helps out ×2. If you also want to cheat, that's what a lot of people do. What's your recommendations? What you guys could do is easily put players that kick off return. So, for example, if you want to use Chris Johnson, which let's just say you just want Chris Johnson. You're running like a Raiders team. You can put him here as special teams that kick off and just have to sub him in. So you do have to do a little bit of extra work. Same thing for specialists. If you want to get the new, I don't know any receivers, Malik Neighbors, and you're running a Steelers team. You put him here as slot receiver. He's at the sub. He'll be in the slot, but you want to put him in at the 1 or at the 2. You want to do a little bit of subbing in. So just keep that in mind if you want to be able to do that. So hope this video help you guys out, give you guys a little bit of tips on what to do. And like I said, because I got Quincy Williams for free. I got Antonio Cromartie for free. And I think that's kind of what helped out. Like I said, JC Horn, he's just there as a filler spot. But mostly everybody here is majority. The only person I really kind of maybe paid for is Randy Moss. And that's like my only major purchase is kind of in Revis. Those are like my only 2 major purchases, and I'm at a mill. I've been playing the game tremendously, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, man. I love you guys, man. I'm out, y'all. Peace.